Good afternoon, ladies and gents. I'm sorry about the noise, more building work, but you join me at an interesting location. A little bit of London's forgotten about wartime history, and it wasn't even really that well known about by everyone, even in the war. So the first part of this is me filming, and the second part of it is a recording from my television, but we'll more of that in a minute. Yeah, but today's location, guys and gals, is this one here. We're not going in it, it is sealed up very well, and being railway property, I do not wish to be arrested on terrorism charges or anything. So for this one, I am going to hand you over to Tim Dunn and Siddy Holloway of the Secrets of the London Underground. That door looks like it's open, doesn't it? But I bet it's not. Wouldn't that be amazing if that was open? No. Bastardo! Yeah, it does look like it's open, but yeah. Tim Dunn, Siddy Holloway, Secrets of the London Underground, and a little bit of forgotten about wartime history. Hope you'll find this one interesting. Over to them.
When the line eventually opened in 1900, it ran from Bank in the city to Shepherd's Bush in the west. The station got remodeled in the 1930s, and the original entrance, which was just over there, was closed. This entrance was opened, and the station got renamed St. Paul's. This was London's third deep-level underground line, and a popular one. In its first year, the Central London Railway saw almost 15 million passengers use its service. Oh. So, I'm standing over the passenger concourse, and just over there is the westbound platform. Now, the Central London Railway, now known as the Central Line, opened in 1900. It was also known as the Twopenny Tube because at the time it only cost 2 old pence to travel anywhere on the line. In the 1930s, St. Paul's Station was modernised. The ticket hall was moved underground, and the lifts were replaced with fancy new escalators. And you can still see evidence of the lifts on the surface, cleverly disguised on a traffic island and now working as ventilation shafts. And deep below that point is something rather unusual. This is what I love about this line. It's so unique, it's so different from other parts of the deep tube network. Now the reason why this is here and we can see down onto the westbound platform in the concourse is because this line has a reputation to get a little bit hot. And so in order to try and mitigate that, they cut into the fabric of the station to allow some of that hot air to rise all the way up to the surface. But it rises through these passageways from 1900. It's just extraordinary that just past where the passengers are going about their daily lives, this still forms a critical part of the infrastructure of the London Underground. After the lifts were removed during the station's redevelopment, the valuable space they left behind was given a vital new purpose during the Second World War. When war broke out, the Central Electricity Board for London and the South East was aware that their control room for that entire area was rather vulnerable to aerial bombardment. The control room was located next to Bankside Power Station, known as the Tate Modern today, so they had to start looking around for somewhere that was bomb-proof. One bomb had the potential to knock out electricity for millions of homes and factories. The government had to do all it could to protect its utilities, and that meant combining the previously separate 7 grid areas of the UK into one control system in a secure location. And this is what they found. The 2 lift shafts and the stair shaft of Post Office or St. Paul's Station. So they converted this entire area into a state-of-the-art control centre. By August 1941, the transfer was complete. The 33-metre deep shafts were converted into a multi-level control centre with 13 rooms. And to stop direct hit,